Okay, so 10.6, building a home. The first step in building a home is finding a place to call a lot.
Well, thankfully.
He's recording a video, bro.
Okay, now house plans. House plans show an artist's views of exterior and the floor layout. Okay, so example 1. In this example, it says the driveway on a house plan measures 3 3/4 inches. How wide is the driveway if the scale is 1/4 inch? If 1/4 inch equals a foot. So we would change 3 3/4 inches to an improper fraction. So if you don't know how to do that, you just multiply the denominator into the whole number, then add 3, and then add 3 after you multiplied in the numerator, and from that you would get 15/4 inches. Okay, so the second step is to multiply by the scale ratio to convert from inches to feet. So in this, you're just going to be converting. So you would have 15/4 inches and 1 foot over 1/4 inches. You would cancel out the like term, so that's inches, and you would end up with 15/4 times 4/1. Both the 4's would be canceled out, and you would only have 15 feet. Okay, so example 2. Mr. Johnson's living room will be 13 feet times 18 feet. What are the scale dimensions for this room if a 1/4 inch equals a foot? So you're going to multiply each dimension on the scale ratio with feet, and the denominator. So you would have 13 feet times 1/4 inch over 1 foot, which would equal 13 times 1/4 inch. And from that you would multiply, which would give you 13/4 inches, and then you would make it a mixed number, which would give you 3/1/4 inches. Okay, so now the 18 foot. For 18 foot, you would do 18 feet over 1/4 inches. 1/4 will be over to 1 foot, over the denominator, which is 1 foot, sorry. That would equal to 18 times 1/4 inches which would then be 18 over 4. Okay. And then you would make that into a mixed number, which would be 4.5 inches. The dimensions are, I'm gonna have to put this over here. The dimensions are 3 1/4 inch times 4 1/2 inch. Okay. So now we have example 3, which says doing a cost estimate, a contractor finds the size of the exterior wall is 10 5/8 inches times 2 1/2 inches. On a scale drawing using 1/4 inch per foot, how many square feet of vinyl siding will the wall need? So we're going to convert the scale dimensions. So we're going to have 10 over 5/8 inches. 10 over 5/8 inches times 1 foot over 1/4 inches. That will then equal to 85 over 8 times 4 over 1. So from this you would reduce and cancel the like terms. So that would be 4 and 8. 4 goes into 8 2 times, so the 8 would be a 2. And 4 goes into 4 once, so that would be a 1. So from that you would have 42.5 feet. Okay. Use the formula for the area of a rectangle. Oh, wait. Before we move on to that, we have to do the second. We have to do the second one, which is 2.5 inches. So for 2.5 inches, we'd have to do the formula like we did on the first one, which would be 1 foot over 1/4 inches, which would equal 5 over 2 times, sorry, I know this is messy, times 4 over 1. Now we're going to be reducing by 2's. So 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice, and we will multiply that together. So together that would be 10 feet. Now to the second step. It says use the formula for the area of a rectangle. So for this we're going to do A equals base times height. Okay, so you're going to multiply 42.5 times 10, which would give you 425 feet squared. This calls for 5 squares, since 1 square of vinyl siding covers 100 square feet. Okay. So before building a house, you need to get a lot. A lot is a building site. Okay? I did not spell site right. Lot dimensions are given in feet or meters. And conversions are 640 acres equals 1 square mile equals 5,280 feet times 5,280 feet, which would then equal 27,878,400 feet squared. Therefore, 1 acre equals 27,878,400 feet over 640 acres is equal to 43,560 feet squared. Okay, so example 4. A rectangular lot is one hectare with okay. A hectare then contains 107,584 feet. Okay, then 1 hectare equals 2.5 acres, and dividing by 2.5, okay, now we move on to example 4. It says a rectangular 10, a rectangular lot which is 155 meters times 210 meters is how many hectares? Find the area of the lot. So we would first do 155 meters times 210 meters equals 32,550 meters squared. Okay, and for the second step, it says convert from meters squared to hectares. A hectare is equal to 10,000 meters squared. Okay. So we would take 32,000 meters, 32,550 meters squared, and multiply them by 1 hectare. So both the meters squared would be canceled out, and that would be equal to 3.255 hectares. Okay, example 5. The Franklins are considering buying one of 2 rectangular building lots. The first one is 192 feet times 148 feet. And the other is 100 feet times 300 feet. Find the acreage in each lot. Okay, so for first finding the acreage, we would do 192 times 145, which would equal to 27,840 feet. squared. From that, we would do 27,000 over 43,560. And we would divide that, and we would get 0.64 acres. Okay, now the second step is finding the acreage in the second lot. So we would take 100 times 300, which would be equal to 30,000 feet squared, and we would put 30,000 over 43,560, which would then be equal to 0.69 acres. Oh, and pitch. A pitch is the slope of the roof. In example 6, Mr. O'Connor is an estimator for a contractor on a scale drawing, 1/4 inch per foot. He measured the 8 by 12 pitched gable roof as 14.5 over 8 inches times 19 and 7 over 8 inches. If the ridge runs with the long dimension, how many squares of roofing material is needed for the roof? 1 square equals 100 square feet. Okay. So our first step would be to convert the width to feet, and we would have 14.5 over 8 inches times 1 foot over 1/4 inches. From that, we would cancel out the inches, and we would get 117 over 8 times 4 over 1 foot, which we would then multiply again and get 117 over 2 equals 58.5 feet. Okay, now the second step is to convert the length to feet. So we would take 19 and 7 over 8 inches times 1 foot and 1 over 4 inches. We would cancel out the inches, and that would equal to 159 over 8 times 4 over 1. We would, in this situation, we would reduce. The 4 would be 1 and the 8 would be 2. And we would multiply and get 159 over 2, which would then equal to 79.5 feet. So now we're going to adjust the weight on the third step. So we take 58.5 times 1.2019, and we multiply that, and it will be 70.3 feet. So we're still on number 3, and it'll be Then we would take 70.3 times 79.5, which would then be equal to 55,000. Oh, 5,588.85 feet square. Okay. So now we're on the fourth step. It says calculate the area and the number of squares of roofing needed. Okay, so we would take 5,588.85 feet, and we would multiply that by 1 square over 100 feet squared. Okay, and we will cancel both feet squares, and then we'll multiply, and after that we will get 56 squares.